Hi, this is Mrs. Show. Today we're going to learn how to solve a system of linear equations by graphing. So you are going to need some graph paper for this lesson. So go ahead and pause the video, get your graph paper, and when you're ready, hit play. All right, label this 5-1. So today when we solve a system of equations by graphing, what we're really doing is finding where the two lines intersect. We're finding what points do both lines have in common. The solutions to the system are the points that both lines have in common. So for example, in this first drawing, the solution to the system would be 4, 2. That's the point that both lines have in common. The second one, these lines are parallel, so there is no solution because there are no points on both lines. If I look at the next graph, the solution would be the point 1, 2. And on the last one, the solution to the system is -2, 0. So as we do this, and we solve a system of equations by graphing, we're looking for what points do both lines have in common. If you graph and the lines end up to be the same line, there are infinitely many solutions. Because if it's the same line, they have infinitely many points in common. If you graph and they're parallel lines, there's no solution because they have no points in common. When solving systems of equations by graphing, first what you're going to do is solve each equation for y so that you can graph it. After you graph the two lines, you're going to find the intersection point. The answer is written as an ordered pair, x comma y. All right, so I want you to do this one with me. So go ahead and write down number 1 in the two equations. Pause the video, get your paper out. When you're ready to go, hit play. All right, so since you're ready to go, what we're going to do is take both equations and solve for y. So in the first one, if I'm solving for y, what I'm going to do is subtract 2x from both sides to get -y equals -2x minus 3. Then the next step to solve for y is to divide by -1, right? So I'll get y equals +2x plus 3. So we're solving each equation for y. All right, so let's look at our second one. We're going to solve for y. So the first step to solve for y would be to subtract 8x, right? So you're subtracting 8x from both sides. You'll get -4y equals -8x minus 12. Next, I need to divide by -4, and then I'll get y equals +2x plus 3, okay? Now, I'm noticing, hey, when I solved for y, the equations were exactly the same. I get y equals 2x plus 3. I could graph it by putting my y-intercept at 3 and going up 2 over 1, or down 2 back 1, down 2 back 1, but it's going to be the same line. So what do you think the solution to the system of equations is? Yes, this would be infinitely many, because they have infinitely many points in common, so infinitely many. All right, I want you to try number 2 on your own. So what you're going to do at number 2 is you're going to solve them for y, graph the two lines, find the points they have in common. Go ahead and pause the video now. When you get done with number 2, push play. Okay, now that you're done, let's check this out. So when you solve the first equation for y, did you get y equals 1/2 x minus 2? The second equation, you should have had y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Notice the slopes are the same. They both have a slope of 1/2. That means our lines are parallel. If they're parallel, that means they have no points in common, so there is no solution. All right, I'd like you to try number 3 on your own. So go ahead and pause, try this problem, and when you get done, hit play. All right, now that you're done, let's check this. So the first one was already in slope-intercept form. So the first equation, okay, is y equals a half x. That is the green line. So my y-intercept is actually 0, because it's a plus 0 at the end. Slope of 1/2, you go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. The second one, you had to solve for y. Did you get y equals negative 2x plus 10 when you solve for y? Okay, that means my y-intercept is 10, and my slope is negative 2. I go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. The point where they intersect is 4, 2. This is the solution to the system. You can check to make sure it's right by taking 4 and plug it in for x, and 2 and plug it in for y. Like on this first one, when I did that, I get 2 equals 1/2 times 4, which is true. Half of 4 is 2. I checked it in my second equation also by doing 2 times 4 plus 2. Hey, that did equal 10. I know I'm right. So you can always check your solution by plugging in the x value and y value in each equation. All right, so where are you with this lesson today? 1, you need more help. 2, you're okay. Or 3, you're awesome. If you feel like you need more help, I would go back and go through the video again, make sure you understand. Okay, today's assignment is 5-1 in the Big Ideas website. Have a good day.